Hello everyone and welcome back to more Miles Edgeworth adventures! We are so close to finishing this case, so we're just gonna go right on into it right now!
Your logic thus far has been misplaced numerous times. If this were to happen again, I will consider you unfit to call yourself a prosecutor. And you will hand over your badge.
I thought we already said that he's not a prosecutor right now, but okay. That's right. My reasoning about this case has indeed been misplaced numerous times. Have I made a grave miscalculation? Wait, my logic is misplaced.
Still silent. I cannot condone this waste of time. Well then.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Edgeworth! I will announce my verdict.
That's it. I have to turn my logic around. My logic isn't misplaced. It's been misled.
This court finds the defendant, Simon Keyes.
Oh, snap! Edgeworth, you are a troll. Isn't it a little early to hand down a verdict? I actually think it's rather late. Don't you agree, Justine, darling?
Enlighten us.
What? Try to remember. The eyewitness account about his dog and his absence from the animal show. When I first heard that information, my suspicion immediately fell on Dogen.
I'm amazed you take such pride in retelling your previous failings.
Will you shut up and let me finish? But was that not the killer's aim? What if we assume that was their intention from the start? Of course, the chisel served the same purpose. Knightley's body was stabbed in the same spot with multiple sharp objects. This shows that he was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon was removed. By soaking the chisel in Knightley's blood, the killer wanted to mislead us into thinking the chisel was the murder weapon. Why? That's because... Why did the killer want us to think the chisel was the murder weapon? To get Dogen expelled! Warden Roland, you made use of this chisel's image. Chisel's image? What are you trying to say? Mr. DeBest, when you see this chisel, what does it suggest to you? Something like Dogen is the killer, right? Now do you understand? That was the warden's aim.
She wanted us to suspect the person with the chisel!
But I thought we already established she was just framing Dogen. Why are we talking about this again? Indeed, that was her plan from the very beginning. To make Shahan Dogen out to be the killer.
I understand your logic. It is true that the warden did not think kindly of Dogen, but you understand, don't you? This alone does not prove she is the killer.
As I thought, it's not enough. The remaining chance is for me to find the real murder weapon.
If you have no more evidence, I believe this conversation is over.
I could prove it if I found the real murder weapon. It doesn't matter what you say. We did a clean sweep of this place.
It is as Sebastian says. In the end, we could not find any weapons. In other words, such proof is impossible.
No, the murder weapon must still be somewhere in the prison. As long as this exists. The security gate? You remember its name after all. Are you mocking me? It's because of those things that you can't take metal objects in or out of this place. Oh! Right. As long as those security gates exist, the murder weapon should still be here.
That also means no weapon could have been brought into the prison. In the end, we're back to that same mystery after all.
Judge Courtney.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, surely you've realized. If the real murder weapon is still in the prison, one must also consider how it got here in the first place.
Or there, excuse me. The chisel was concealed within the chessboard. But the chisel is not the real murder weapon, which means the real murder weapon must have been smuggled in somehow.
The way it was smuggled in, can you prove that?
How Warden Roland brought the weapon into the prison. You had evidence transferred from the precinct. Yes, we borrowed all the evidence concerning Dogen. I've been interrogating him personally in my office, but... That's it. She could have used that. This shows another way a weapon could be brought into the prison. Where is it? Try one of these! Yesterday, Dogen said this. Yes, my bells. There are only 2 in the world. Only 2? They're custom made, attached to my knife in Anubis color. Even though I can only rely on my ears, I can easily identify them. Alas, one has been confiscated and is not in my possession. It's possible the murder weapon was brought in as confiscated evidence. What? Dogen's knife was confiscated and stored on the premises. Furthermore, a bell was attached to the knife.
Can't be. The bell on that chisel.
Exactly. The killer took it from the knife and reattached it to the chisel.
But the only fingerprints on the chisel are Knightley's.
The killer probably wore gloves when they made the switch. She made the chisel out to be the murder weapon by attaching Dogen's bell, and in doing so made Dogen appear to be the culprit. Furthermore, the handling of the set of evidence that this bell originally belonged to was only possible for someone with the proper authority. Who, sir? Who had the authority?
Why don't we ask the warden what she thinks?
Hold it! You can find bells anywhere. Anyone could have attached it, right? I see. So you don't know. These bells are Dogen's trademark. There are only 2 in the world. What? What? And so, attaching the bell would naturally make you the killer. Hold it! Do you have evidence that I have the knife? You don't, do you? Of course, I understand. In that case, Mr. DeBest, I'd like to request an investigation immediately. But if you find it, it'd be problematic for me. That doesn't matter now. It is necessary that we reveal the truth. You are a prosecutor, are you not? Well, even if you say that. Curse this useless prosecutor. If only I still had investigative rights. Besides, we can't investigate without the warden's permission, right? There's no way she would approve. We have no choice but to investigate ourselves. If you don't have evidence, there's no use in continuing this conversation.
The goddess of law does not smile upon those with no evidence. This will have to be continued in the courtroom.
No. Let's not do it in the courtroom. Not good. If we give the warden more time here, she'll definitely destroy the evidence. It seems like I have no choice but to raise an objection and stall for time. But I don't have anything definite. Is that really acceptable? Is it really like me to do something like this? Something this reckless? No. Not good. Now is not the time for hesitation. Right now, I'm not a prosecutor, but an attorney's assistant. I need to protect my client. I'm the only one who can save him now. In that case, even if it's a 1 in a million chance, I have to take it. It's sink or swim. Should I raise an objection? Of course! Go! Be the phoenix right that you are! It almost feels like I've turned into a certain bluffing defense attorney. But right now I can't come to a standstill here. Hold it!
Prosecutor Edgeworth, what now?
I just realized something.
What would that be, pray tell?
Naturally, the whereabouts of the real murder weapon. Dogen's knife.
Mr. Edgeworth, is that really true?
Yes, though it is a lie.
I find that hard to believe. This isn't a bluff, is it?
You underestimate me. The word bluff does not exist in my dictionary. This is bad for my heart. Poor Edgeworth! There's no way you could know, because such a thing doesn't even exist!
Well then, could you enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon?
Think. Somewhere the police didn't look. A blind spot in this animal-filled prison. A hiding place the warden would have complete confidence in. Hiding place. Come to think of it. It was inevitable. Anubis, show them your mouth. Cough. The same method. No, it couldn't be, could it? But there aren't that many ways to hide things from an investigator's eyes.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, how long do you intend to keep us waiting?
It's possible, but I'm taking a big gamble here. The place where the real murder weapon is hidden is here. In this courtyard, in this corner, right over here. Okay, I guess that's close enough, right? Does that work? Yes? Yes! Yes! Good, it counts!
Here, in this courtyard.
Indeed. You guys remember Allie the alligator? And he had a bit of a stomach issue?
That's not enough information. Please show us in more detail.
Where is the real murder weapon hidden? All the way over here! Oh, wait, I gotta go. There we go. Hi, Allie the alligator! Sent. That's it. Back then. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It looks like the metal detector's reacted to this alligator.
Really? Why?
Of course. That's why the metal detector reacted. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this.
The chisel.
Wasn't that just a fake murder weapon? Dogen hid this chisel inside his dog's mouth, and the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. Oop! The real murder weapon is in the pond, inside the alligator.
What?
What? We can confirm that the metal detector reacted to the alligator. Judge Courtney, please have the inside of the alligator examined.
I give my consent. We'll have to call a veterinarian. I can make that little girl open her mouth. Can I help?
Yes, go ahead. Warden Roland, discovering the real murder weapon will settle this matter once and for all. Why don't you do the honorable thing and confess now? Oh, what would I have to confess? In that case, you can just wait for your fate to be sealed. Oh, we found it, sir!
Just where you said it would be!
It's over. Patricia Rowland, the real murder weapon is none other than Dogen's knife. And the one who murdered Horace Knightley can only be you. Dogen was the evil one! I didn't do anything wrong! I was completely reasonable! That guy was one of Dogen's henchmen! Him! If only he'd never come to my home. I could at least still be happy. My special paradise. He ruined it! All of it! Him! That no-good assassin! Him! Oh, what? The fuck? Those were all okay, that was, okay, I did not expect that entire fur coat was all animals. Holy shit. Mr. The Best of the Best, we have the results. The best of the best. Looks like even the forensic officers have it tough. We found traces of Knightley's blood on Dogen's knife.